What is immersion gaming? Researchers use the term spatial presence, which refers to media creating a perception of reality, in that users feel they are spatially located in the created environment. I'm not a scientist, but I understand what immersion gaming is, and it's something that's interested me since I first started playing. From setting up my pillows and bedding to simulate a cockpit when I was just a kid playing Afterburner, pretending I was actually the pilot, to adding hundreds of mods to create a more realistic Skyrim today. Being immersed in games has always kind of been my thing. But what is it? Why is it important? And what games have the best capacity for it? We'll explore that and more in this series. So what is immersion? Immersion, in the sense of gaming, is when the space or world within the game encourages a player to place their perception within it. It's basically when the game provides enough details and consistency to make it easier to suspend disbelief and imagine you are in the game world. These details can include multiple sources of sensory input, usually sight and sound. Another source is a believable, consistent setting, like a town where people act as they should in the world, and a familiar sense in an unfamiliar setting, like how dragons feel natural in Skyrim, just as natural as any farmer or traveler you'd run into. Other things contribute, like an interactive world, a good plot, the list goes on. Honestly, if you want a better breakdown, I'll link the article which I'm basically reading off of. That will explain it much better. And later on as the series progresses, we'll take a look at these aspects on a more individual basis. But I don't want to do it all at once, because that's boring. So as we go on looking at interesting games, we'll point out some of these aspects and why they're special and why they help immersion. That's the what, so how about the why? Simply put, the more immersed the player is in their game, the more likely they are to enjoy it. Naturally, some games are designed to be immersive, but can still be excellent. Yet the game that can suck you in will always seem a bit more rewarding. It's part of the reason why there's always so much hype around the next big RPG, or partially why the survival genre really took off. Even if you don't realize it, you are being immersed, to varying degrees. So with that in mind, what is the purpose of this series? Over the course of these videos, we'll explore what I consider to be the most important aspects of immersion, which games I find to be immersive, and some surprising games that I didn't. We'll look at mods and how their contribution to creating a real world in games adds replayability and depth. And of course, we'll look at new games and old games and see just how immersive they are. But that's it for now. I know videos have been sketchy with us balancing schedules. People aren't as available as they used to be. It's mostly just me now. So I wanted to put my energy into a series I can do on my own, but isn't just me playing games, because I know I'm kind of boring by myself. I'm just not that fun. But one thing I do know is immersive gaming, so hopefully that experience can help you get into your favorite game even more, play an old game from a fresh perspective, or maybe even spin a game you didn't really like into something enjoyable. So hopefully you're interested, and will join us for our next episode, where we're going to grade our first game on its immersion level, and that game is World of Warcraft. The results might surprise you. Till then, this has been Josh from 1047, hoping you're getting the very best out of your games, and we'll see you next time.